Hi, this is Natalie. I'm sitting here today at my dining room table in Florence, Alabama. This is the first of perhaps many video blogs to come. I was asked to start to compile the stories that I tell during our lectures and workshops that we do around the country and around the world. Today we're going to start with the very first story, which is Loving Your Thread. This is really at the core of all the work that we do at Alabama Chanin. As you all know, all of our garments are completely sewn by hand, from the embroideries and the embellishments to the seams that we do. So really thread, I have my needle threaded already, here it is. Thread is at the core of everything that we do at Alabama Chanin. It's what holds our garments together, it's what secures our embellishments, and I searched the world over to find the strongest thread that we could find. This is a button craft thread. It's really impossible to break it. And all of our garments are sewn with a double strand of this button craft thread. So when you think about thread, you have to think back to the cotton, which is really at the core of the thread. Now, cotton is a plant. It grows in the sunshine. If you look at the cotton ball under the microscope, you'll see that there are tiny little squiggles that make up that ball. And these little squiggles, this inherent property of the cotton, is what makes cotton, for example, soft and absorbent, because all of those little spaces between the squiggles allow the water to soak into it. So when thread is made, or yarn, they take all these little squiggles of cotton and they comb them into two rows. So one row is twisted one way, which is called an S twist, and the other one is twisted another way, which is called the Z twist. These two strands are then twisted over one another, and just through this property of torque and tension is the only thing holding those threads of cotton together. So this is why, if you've ever tried to sew on a button or hem a pair of pants and your thread knots, it's only because there's this excess tension in the thread. So you can imagine some of our garments at Alabama Chanin can take a woman weeks and weeks and weeks to make. You can imagine if your thread is constantly knotting as you sew, you're just going to throw that project away and you'll never want to sew again. So this is very important to do. Loving your thread. You have natural oils in your finger. You're going to take that finger and run it over the thread. But as you do it, you have to talk to it. You have to tell this thread exactly what it's supposed to do. So we say, this thread is going to sew the most beautiful garment that's ever been made. Will bring the wearer joy or riches or prosperity or love or beauty or health or any of the things that you might want to wish for the person you're making your project for. And by the time you've perfectly loved that thread and told it what's due, you tie your knot off and your thread will never knot again. Now, people ask me all the time if you can feel this in our garments, and I have to say, love is not something that can be measured in a garment. But it's my belief, if you give the same attention and detail into your garments, into your business, into your life, into your family, that that can definitely be measured. So the message of the day is to love your thread. Thank you all for coming, and come back next week. Bye.